Mark, how much belief does Tuesday night's performance and result give you going forwards?
I think it gives the young players that that played in the team the other night a belief, and that they need to stick to what we do. When we do what we do, we're really good. We get away from it like we did against Walsall. We're not as effective. So it's certainly reinforced our beliefs that our way is the best way, and it should give the boys that played the other night all the belief in the world.
Because it does take a bravery to play the way that you want the players to play as well, doesn't it? Let's not forget that.
Yeah, of course. But I've said to them, if you make a mistake doing what I want you to do, I'll be the first one to take the blame. So they've got to get out. It's perfect for the young players.
All that taken into account, how difficult then is it to pick a team to take on Grimsby at home this Saturday?
No, not difficult at all. I know what I'm going to do. It's what you have to remember is that the other night was no pressure on us on the game, so we could go out and really express ourselves. The game on Saturday, there's more pressure because we're at home. People would expect us, our fans expect us to win. So with that, there comes a pressure, and we have to pick a team that can deal with that.
And Grimsby, like yourselves, have got off to a decent start.
Very good start, yeah.
So, how difficult then does that task become against a team who are, presumably as high on confidence as you guys are?
Yeah, of course. We analyse the opposition strengths and weaknesses, as we do every team. They've got a target man in James Hanson, who's probably the best header of ball in the bottom two divisions, if not all of the divisions, from what I've seen. And a lot, he's the focal part of their play. They want to get the ball up to him. They want to get the ball wide. And they want to cross it for him to attack. And if they get enough crosses in the box, he's going to be a real handful.
You talk about no pressure on Tuesday night, but how much does that just give you in terms of options and confidence in your squad, as well as having the first choice 11, if you like, but also having the stronger squad?
I had that confidence anyway. One game doesn't change that for me. I've seen them work for 6 or 7 weeks. So I had that confidence in them anyway. So one game won't change that for me. I knew they had the ability, and I was expecting a good performance because of the nature of the game and the fact that it was a championship team away and it was a free hit.
Do you sometimes get a bit more chance to play against a championship team when you get the ball, rather than perhaps in League Two you might get closed down a little bit quicker?
Not necessarily. I think that maybe they're not quite as sure what you're going to do and give you maybe a little bit of respect to start with. But you certainly can't go to a championship club and have it all your own way. At times we had to defend, and we defended really well. And at times we had the ball and we kept the ball off them really well. So I think if you start off the game sticking to your identity, it's difficult for the opposition to press.
A word on Joseph Mills as well, because he's worn the armband consistently, and that's something that you've moved around in the past. Do you feel that you've now settled on a captain?
Not important for me, really. Joseph Mills' performances speak for themselves, so it's he doesn't need to be a captain to play like that. The armband for me is just an armband. We have to have a number of leaders out on the pitch, which we have. Like I say, Mills' performance has been outstanding since he's been here.
And because you've got so many young players in and around them, does that make the senior players sort of step up automatically and take on that leadership role?
Yes, ideally I would have loved to rest Joseph Mills the other night, but we had to play at least one player in there to try and look after the younger boys, which he did fantastically well. So now pleased with all of it.
And those who played on Tuesday, are they all right for Saturday?
Yeah, perfect clean bill of health. Obviously Alan Rawson, shall we call him, or Aaron Rawson as we like to call him, won't be available for Saturday because of the concussion rule.
But the way that young Kitching has come in and just, taken to it like a duck to water, would that be fair so far?
I don't know why we're surprised. I don't know why we're surprised that people have played well. They're good players. We bring them to the club because they're good players. So it's not a surprise to me that Liam Kitchen has gone in the team and played brilliantly well against Chucksaniki. It doesn't surprise me that Godwin Malifa has gone into the team and looked like he'd been there all his career, even though he's only, 18, 19. So it doesn't surprise me that because we played Charlton, that they played well. They're good players.
Thank you, good luck.
Thanks.
Mark, pound for pound, would you say this is the best squad you've worked with in your 4 seasons here?
We've played 3 games, and I'm not going to get carried away. I know individually we've got some good players. We're still trying to find our feet in terms of the best selection, the best formation. Obviously, losing George Williams has thrown us a little bit because he was our one that we wanted to try and play through. As of yet, we've not brought anyone in. We are looking. But no, they're good players. They've got a way to go to do what last year's squad did, because last year's squad got in the playoffs. So at the end of the season, I'll be able to answer that one a bit clearer.
Yeah, but you must be really happy with the way they've started. I know, as you say, it's only 3 games, but they just look a really exciting young group.
Yeah, no, I think we could have. I was disappointed with the Walsall performance. We didn't play. The pleasing thing is we highlighted that on Monday, and we showed the players clearly why we didn't play or why we were poor. And if we get away from our identity in terms of our positioning on the pitch and where the ball needs to be, then we're not effective. So it's pleasing when you do that and then you put that into practice, then you go away to Charlton and get it back, and it works so well.
How much do you have to sort of temper the euphoria of the Charlton game and the upcoming game against Bournemouth?
That's gone. That's not even. We're solely focused on Grimsby because they've got threats, and the league is our bread and butter. We want to compete in the league, and we want to get 3 points on Saturday.
Yeah, you say it's not difficult to select a team for Saturday, but there must still be some little headaches. Do you have any headaches with it?
No, it's not difficult in my mind because I know what I want to do to play against Grimsby. So the difficult part is for the players to understand why if they've played on Tuesday and they're not playing on Saturday. Because they played on Tuesday doesn't mean it's the right fit for Saturday. It's a totally different game.
Yeah. Transfer window shuts September the 2nd. Has your sort of look at players changed since the Premier League and Championship window is shut? Does that change things with recruitment? Players looking for clubs?
Of course, but the biggest one for us is George Williams. Losing George was a big blow, so at some point we are going to have to replace.
Yeah, and you're looking for a George Williams type of player, are you, or is it?
Yeah, we need a player that's too good for the level.
Yeah,
which we have to be lucky in getting, and we have to. If we're going to get one, it's got to be drastically better than what we've got in the building.
Yeah. How far's Liam Shephard off now?
Don't know.
No.
Not a clue.
No. So is that another position you would be looking at, although
possibly?
Dom
Bernard has done outstanding, brilliant professional. He's come into the team and fitted in seamlessly. So, but we have no idea when Shep's going to be ready to play, in terms of being on the pitch again. So it's maybe one that we need to look at.
Yeah.